I just appreciate that these folks are engaged and they're so passionate.
It was standing room only in the Emmett Senior Center tonight. And Idaho Fish and Game walked the community through how it's navigating the aftermath of a wildfire that burned north of the city this summer. Fish and Game says the Paddock fire devastated critical winter rangeland across 3 counties, impacting hunters and ranchers for years to come. Abby Davis went to the meeting, and Abby, Fish and Game wanted to hold this meeting pretty much since that fire started.
A regional supervisor says they knew they needed to get people together as soon as they realized how catastrophic the Paddock fire would be. People sent me these photos and videos of the burned area. Lightning started the fire in early August. It has burned more than 189,000 acres, or 185,000 acres rather, in Washington, Gem, and Payette counties. Fish and Game Supervisor Josh Roy says the fire will impact wildlife for years to come. The agency is mainly worried about how big game animals like deer and elk will eat. Roy says the fire burned rangeland those animals migrate to in the winter. He says the animals are already in rough shape because a lot of summer rangeland burned in other wildfires too.
They always are going to burn more calories than they're putting on in the wintertime. And if they come into that winter range in poor condition, even in healthy winter range, that's a problem.
Roy says the agency is using every resource it has to help solve that problem in the short term and long term. Their biggest priority, adding as much forage as possible, as fast as possible. That includes partnering with landowners to put in cover crop, plants that are planted to cover soil instead of harvest. They're also working with federal partners to get seeds and seedlings on the ground. Bill Patterson, who lives in Payette, says he's grateful the agency is involving the community.
People around here are really into hunting and fishing and preserving of the wildlife. So with this meeting, it gave so everybody could have a voice in what their feelings are.
Patterson and others who showed up tonight were worried about the agency emergency hunting, which means that is when the agency would have to kill animals who are starving because, again, they just wouldn't have enough food. Roy says that is their very last resort, and they're trying to do everything else right now.
Hey, Abby, really appreciate you following up with that community.